Okay, hi everybody, welcome. So, just on our theoretically a little bit shorter inquiry day, let's just notice what thoughts you're thinking. If there's one that's appeared that feels strong, if you have a worksheet, wonderful. You could read it, not required. However you are, come as you are. But just take a moment to, consider what thoughts have been in there, and it doesn't matter. They can be about food, eating, what you're observing, other people. There might be a whole stream of them. Just take a moment to notice. And write a thought down. Okay, let's hear your thought. All right. Teresa, how about you?
So I wrote down, I can't take care of myself. And then I started writing, taking care of myself is selfish. So one of those.
Where's your proof? What do you see? What's your situation?
I wanted to start do some body work, started in the module this morning. And instead of doing that, I was helping my husband power wash the house. I was helping my daughter problem solve. I was helping everybody else. And I just noticed the pull. It's such a strong pull to take care of everybody else. And so I, after couple hours of that this morning, I went and sat on Marco Polo and just talked it out, and just sat in the uncomfortableness of not doing what my thoughts are telling me I'm supposed to do.
So good. And you said it's selfish to take care of myself. That's
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. All right, Laura, how about you?
Good morning.
Morning.
So I don't really have anything this morning except that a special little girl to me died last night. And she wasn't anyone I've actually ever met in person. She was somebody that was instrumental in getting a high CBD bill passed here in Utah, first one of its kind that I actually facilitated the entire process. And so she represented so many special needs parents to me. And so she passed away. I'm just grieving for her family today.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, May.
Hey.
Hi.
So far, today, one of the first things I did was sit in front of my mirror and just take out my journal and start writing, because I've been pretty off balance, and so that's a big call for me to pay more attention. And the thought that I worked already today is my belly should be smaller, but I also wrote that it's too fat. I need to lose weight quickly. I miss when I was losing weight. I ruined it. It will take a long time to get back. My belly should be thinner. It's embarrassing. And then it went into shameful thoughts about bodily functions, actually, about feeling ashamed of pooping and farting. And then, you know, sex and money. All the things. Belly's too fat, pooping and farting, sex and money.
Thank you. Yeah. Love the writing them down because it gets it. There's the list. Okay. Thank you. All right. Nanu.
I need or I want fair or kind feedback.
Fair or kind feedback. So good. Okay.
From the others, of course.
And do you have are you looking at a situation where you don't have it, or it's just no feedback at all?
A situation where I'm hurting I'm feeling the hurt for not having it. Any feedback at all.
Any feedback at all? Love it. Yeah. I like that one. Okay. Thank you. All right, Abby.
Thank you. I think something that's been kind of humming through my mind is that I need to be managed. I feel like I need to manage myself just right, because otherwise the thinking's out of control and who knows what's going to come after that. So I keep feeling again like I have to walk on eggshells, and it occurred to me, I was like, I feel like I have to manage myself. Like managing this child.
Good one. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, Donnie. saw his message. I'm here and I'm gone. Come back later. All right. Lori, M, we're just naming, I don't know when you joined, but we're just saying one thought that we're noticing. And people wrote it down if they were here at the beginning. And you can say your situation.
Oh, I came in with the I need and want from Nanu. So I thought so I came up with a I need, a want to relax and enjoy.
Okay.
It's hard to do.
I need to relax and it's hard.
But I need to enjoy, I think.
Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard for me to enjoy. Okay.
Okay. That's a good one. All right. Belisa, if you're able to share.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys? Sorry that I was a little late. Today does it need to be an I need? I came a little late.
Anything.
Does it need to be I need, or just like
any stressful thought? Any one stressful thought that's appeared?
It's either I can't stand it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one. It's one of our core. It's like in the foundations or wherever I put that. I can't stand it. Okay. D, how about you?
Sorry about that there. So I have a situation with my sister, and I think it boils down to I can't help. I like being the person that solves the problem and gets recognition, and in this case I can't help.
Good one. Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So let's just see. Maybe I'll close my eyes and land on one. well, maybe we'll do that. I can't stand it. We've looked at it before. Let's do it again. It's like just the sense of, or however you would judge that situation that you even just saw, and say, I can't stand it. It has a lot of energy to it. Ugh, I can't take it anymore, but I just don't like it. You know, it shouldn't be happening that way. It shouldn't be happening this way. But we'll put it in that particular terms. I can't stand it. Okay. So anybody need a little help on that, or wording it, or sitting with, watching, looking at your situation? You can always articulate it just the way you communicate, you know, your conversation, your way. I can't stand it could be, you know, however it appears. So looking at your situation, because it's nice to see all the different situations that we might have had this, but I can't stand it, and looking at the thing you're looking at. And Jess is saying, I love this. Can't stand it that my son has the same problem as I do. Yeah. All right. Yeah, nice to narrow it down. Of all the things the mind will say it can't stand, let's just look at one. Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand this inquiry. I want to do the work on my stomach instead. What about I can't stand my stomach though? That's what I mean. I love you just asked, kind of came up with that. Yeah. The it is your stomach. So that person, that condition, that thing that you see. All right. Can't stand it. Ugh. All right. So, is that true? Can't stand it.
For me, I can't stand it. I can't stand the fact that this wonderful moment's going to end, or this good feelings are going to end, or this relationship's going to end. I can't stand it that it's not sustainable.
Nice one. Yeah. Can't stand it's going to end. Is that what you mean by, like, when you're enjoying something, you need to enjoy it?
Yeah, I can't relax and enjoy it. I can't stand that it's going to end.
Good one. And I like Nanu's sharing, but I know it's not true, but I wish it were. And Nanu, are you doing it on this absence of feedback?
I'm doing it on someone gives feedback to someone else and I don't have it. So yes, it can be absence on feedback for me.
Perfect. All right. So if you have a yes, Can you absolutely know that it's true? You can't stand it, you don't like it, you're against it. Can you absolutely know that that's true? So notice your answer. Yes or no both work. It's your answer. So what happens when you think it? How do you react? Okay to speak it out loud, write it in chat. Look at that situation, look at that thing. What happens when you think this thought? May depressed, heavy, want to eat more, worried about being into it with my boyfriend, pressure, urgency to lose weight. Yes.
So my sentence is, I can't stand that it feels selfish to take care of myself.
Mm.
And how do I feel is so confused because I can't stand it, then I don't do it. Then I am busy taking care of everybody else, but I don't feel good. It doesn't make me feel better.
Good one. Nice to notice the confusion that enters too.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought, it is selfish to take care of myself. Yeah. I like that thought. Don't do it. Yeah. Laura, I pity myself. I'm sad and alone. Yeah.
My statement was I can't stand not knowing.
Mm.
And when I believe in the thought that I can't stand it, I feel very anxious. I'm extremely uncomfortable. I feel like I have to fix something. You got to take care of it. It needs to be fixed. It needs to happen right away.
Mm.
And like I realized something in what Laura said with the war, critical, distance, and snappy. I'm that way too with the people who are around me.
Mm.
I'm concerned and worried about the future, that I won't be able to be like business as usual, that I'll be too distracted, that it's going to impact my ability to be it's going to impact my ability to progress.
Mm. Good one. And good. I didn't catch that, so that's great, Laura. War, critical, distance, snappy. Okay. Me, scared, want to distract myself. Diet mentality, restriction, justified. Disconnected from my stomach. Drink fluids quickly. In my colon's business. Yeah, it's good. Whose business are you in? Body's business, their business, future's business. And I knew anger, and I've noticed that the anger is the savior, controlling the situation, making sure it does not get worse, protecting this hurt one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, noticing the images of where you think it's going in the future, or proof in the past that it's not good. You're right to not be able to stand it. Just noticing what it means, maybe the self-criticism that comes in. Building proof, Laura, yeah. Okay, just really noticing that feeling, that sense, that perspective. Laura supporting my story. Can't stand it. And maybe even images of the other better way that it could be, even if I feel hopeless about it. But
I just realized what for me too, like I take this as like I take it as one more example of why I shouldn't interact with people.
uh,
Is it's like then I end up feeling like I can't stand what happens. I can't stand not knowing. And if I just stay away from people, then it's not going to happen. Like I won't be in this discomfort.
mhm.
Don't interact. Don't make friends.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah. I like noticing that strategy. I had that one. I quit. Yeah. I quit being with people. I quit. Just shouldn't.
It's like it just made me realize how silly that sounds in my mind. Like, yeah, I quit the human race. I quit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to see. Okay. All right. So just noticing that, noticing the sense of all that. Can't stand it. Same situation, looking at that thing, looking at that person, whatever it is in that situation without the thought. I can't stand it. Ah, May said, Grace, can you ask? So hold on. What do you get for believing that thought? Staying in 3. What do you get for believing that thought? Is there any payoff? Anything that seems important to keep? What do you get? What do you get for keeping the thought, I can't stand that? Yeah, May, I get a scapegoat. I don't have to look at my other stressful beliefs when I'm blaming my belly for all my discontent. I stay in the cycle of self disapproval. And Manu, not sad. Yeah, I can find that. Not hopeless. What do I get by believing that thought? I'm not hopeless. Some anger here. D, I get to not admit that I feel helpless. I get to hide my fear from her. Okay. So now, same situation, same thing, condition, dynamic, person. Who would you be without the thought, I can't stand it? without that belief, without holding that story. Still looking at the way it is. Don't have that thought. And Teresa, I love that you found that. I get to keep my identity, the caretaker, mom fixes everything, the martyr, the hero. Really good to notice. Yeah, I like those. I like those things. Or that's my identity.
I got this sense of a feeling of resilience when I could drop the thought that I can't stand it. Like, oh wait, there is resilience in there. You're gonna be okay. You know, it's,
And Laura, without a past, without a future, I'm present. That's all. Yeah. Truth of the situation. He asks questions. Ah, May, nice and loving to my belly. I treat it like a little child I'm taking care of. Yeah, without looking at that body part, just that thought, without that thought. Nanu, I change my agenda. I vote for the new schedule. Let's just see what it feels like physically in your body without the thought as you look in that situation. The energy's like between you and that, whatever seems to be outside of you, without the thought. Nanu, efficient, free. Teresa, I would see that I'm capable of handling discomfort and that I'm stronger than my thoughts tell me I am. Nice. Yeah, I love that. Noticing, like, what am I meaning when I say I can't stand it, or when the mind is saying that? Laura, enjoying connection and enjoying my funny story. Just noticing the don't know place. Holding myself. So let's turn it around. Can't stand my thinking about this. And that's one of those I might find I don't even know if that's true, but right in the moment I'm saying I can't stand it, can I not stand my thinking about this? I like noticing without a thought about it, it isn't there, or it doesn't exist. Which is very nice to know, just my thinking about this.
Yeah. I just noticed that when I'm not thinking about it, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
I noticed that earlier when I was believing my belly should be thinner. It's like when I'm not having any thoughts about it, it's just fine how it is. It's not until the thinking happens that all of a sudden all my energy and attention seems to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. Love noticing that. And D, my thinking is too hyperactive and too loud. It gets very, it's truly what I can't stand, release my thinking. And Laura, I can't find anything I can't stand because I am. My way of thinking, Nanu, my way of thinking cannot stand it. I'm innocent. It's nice to notice and hold that. It's not like a new war begins about my thoughts. That's not so much this. It's just there my thoughts are. They're doing what they're doing. Right in that situation. When they say I can't stand it, that's when I believe I can't. And then the moment passes. I can stand it. And Laura, what does it mean I can't stand it? Yeah. I can't deal with it, yet I am dealing with it. Yes. It's really good to notice. Just with the whole eating experience, you know, how many times I said, I can't stand it, I can't take it, I can't stand it. And the whole time I did. Like, it's just it's a thought, an assessment, you know, and it doesn't mean it won't change. But like, I am, I can, I'm able, I am standing it. Not even I can later. Yeah. Without the thought, there's nothing not to stand. It doesn't mean, depending on what you're looking at, there isn't all that feeling about it, you know, or heartbreak or being pierced. And just noticing it moves, like weather shifts. And I like, as you know, how do my feet feel about any situation? Just being there. My hands. It can't stand me. Without criticism or, you know, joining in the meanness, but could that be true? I see that in a rather wonderful way. You know, it can't withstand me. It doesn't stay present. I mean, the me is just here and it's coming and going and things happen and then they don't and everything changes. It can't stand up to that, something that's here no matter what. But even this specific thing,
I see something for my belly can't stand me. When I'm sucking it in, I'm not able to take full breaths. It's like I'm killing it. It can't stand me. I restrict its airflow. And it can't stand me when I'm making love and I'm also sucking in my stomach. It can't stand that. It's like, oh my God, you're here naked expressing your freedom and you're still gonna suck me in? Like, now? Really?
I love that. Really? Yeah. Hmm. Anyone want to share, just what you find there, or what you got? So let it just hang out. Laura, it's all just my story, and without harshness for myself, I can just see it's a story. It's imagination. Sometimes, like, even noticing the word stand it, stand it is like withstand or stand up, or, and that I can't do that. If you're just standing there and seeing, it doesn't mean you should but I like the tree image, that the wind blows and the trees just tips way over, blows in the wind. I am standing it. Yeah. Yes. So far, I've stood everything.
I wanted to share something based on what Laura said about recognizing that it's a story. Just a little something sweet my friend Steven said, and I wrote it down. Just something to say to that story is, thank you for your lovely fairy tale of innocence.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me think of Katie saying, "Oh, that's a good one." like, here comes the thought. You need to worry about. Oh, that's a good one. Your little friend, your friendly little imagination.
I imagine like a 5-year-old in a princess dress with some makeup on the face, like stomping through with big high heels on.
Yeah. And Laura, isn't that dear? I thought it was keeping me safe. Yeah. The thought, it just appeared, seemed like a safe thought. I know what not to stand or what to run away from, or something, or what to fix. Yeah, very precious. Good living turnaround for the day, for life. Yeah. I'm safe with the thought coming and going. Lovely, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful work. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Lots
Thank you,
of love.
Grace.